Hello, NINC members. We are happy to introduce you today to Carol Vanden Hende. Hope I said that right. Who will be speaking at the conference this fall. Thank you so much for being with us today, Carol, and thank you so much for agreeing to be with us at the beach in September. We're really excited about it, and we know that our attendees are also going to be excited to get to see you again because you did speak a couple years ago, and we're so excited that you're coming back. So, tell us a little bit about yourself, your business experience in publishing, and how it will help our conference attendees.
Well, I'm thrilled to return to NINC. I came in 2022, loved the experience so much I joined as a member, and I can't wait to be able to meet attendees again because by way of introduction, my background, my day job, I actually work for Mars Incorporated. I currently govern responsible AI, and most of my career has been in marketing. And so it's been such a pleasure the last decade or so when I've been publicly speaking at places like Writers Digest and Novel Sync and IBPA and other places to be able to translate that content and really understanding branding and marketing from a professional standpoint and translating it into what's relevant for authors, which is what I spoke about in 2022. And then, the other part of my introduction is just like the NINC members that we'll be seeing in September, I'm also an author. I'm the author of the Goodbye Orchid series, and I was so proud to be able to qualify to join NINC. And then just on a personal side, I'm also a mom to twins as well as twin cats. And I love serving on boards of directors, including for a school for kids with autism.
Oh, that's great. Oh, that's all. I didn't know that you had twins or twin cats. So that's very impressive. Two sets of twins.
Yep.
So, what can our attendees expect from your presentation this year, which is called Beyond the Logo: Advanced Branding Strategies for Career Authors? I'm excited about it.
This one is going to be so great and really perfect for our incredibly advanced audience at Novelist Inc. Back in 2022, I gave a talk called What is Author Brand and Why Readers Care? And it was about how do you take all of the professional aspects of marketing when you think about your brand framework, from your values down to your inspiring purpose, down to your personality and your visual identity, and craft that. And I had attendees tell me after that session that for the first time ever, they understood what author brand was. And so I loved being able to share that. What we're doing this year is we're building on top of that experience and we're taking it up to a really advanced level where we're comparing and contrasting brand as a concept, which is a promise to the reader, versus branding, which is how you visually and manifest that and manifest it in other ways. And that distinction is really important to first think about the concept and the promise before you get to the visual and other manifestation. And I'm so excited because I'm going to be able to bring real life examples, authors who've allowed me to share their behind the scenes, how they think about their brand promise and how that comes to life, how they show up at events and how they really connect with readers through that experience. In fact, as a capstone to the workshop, I was able to interview a best-selling author who shared that unlocking and understanding his brand allowed him to really achieve such levels of success, including having a TV show on History Channel. And just to bust myths, because I think one of the misconceptions when it comes to brand is that brand equals genre, that you're tied to your genre, that that's your brand. And that's not the case. In fact, why part of why I'm so excited about this capstone is that he, in fact, writes across so many genres, everything from fiction to children's to nonfiction. You can't think of even a wider swath of genres. And yet, all of it is linked by his brand, which he can simply say he believes that ordinary people can change the world.
Oh, that's very cool. I can't wait. I'm so excited about it. How many days do we have until till we're at the beach? Um, and speaking of being at the beach, you have, as we said, attended NINC before as a speaker. What's your favorite part of the conference?
Listen, I think authors are some of the loveliest, warmest people in the world. We care so deeply. And so that sense of camaraderie is just fabulous. I felt it the moment I walked into the Tradewinds Hotel, that energy and the buzz and everyone chatting and so happy to see people they've known, to meet new people. And I felt that welcoming embrace, and I can't wait to see everyone again.
And they're excited to see you too, and as a member this time too, not only a speaker, but a member. So very exciting. So I just thought about it, and so today's where we are today. We have about 3 months until the conference. So between now and then, how can people learn more about you? Is there a place they can follow you if they want to be prepared to enjoy your presentation? How can they do that?
People are very welcome to reach out. So feel free to go to my website, which is Carol Vanden Hende, that whole long last name run together.com. And you can see about my books, but also about my speaking. And so on my events page, you'll see the places where I connect with readers, where I speak at other conferences. I'm going to be speaking at RWA's New York City chapter just next month in July. And they can see descriptions of all of the workshops. I give, workshops not just on branding, but also on book cover design, which we also discussed in our 2022 NINC conference, as well as millennials, which is a really interesting topic. So I speak on a number of topics really with that mission of translating, how a professional would approach marketing to what's relevant for authors, because I fully recognize authors come for the love of the written word, and then they're shocked to find out they also have to be business people and marketers and advertisers and promoters.
Very true. Very, very true.
I think, like Tandra said, we're so excited for you to join us, and people are going to love this session. It's so great when we can bring someone back several years later and they can level up and expound on the foundation that they started. So it's going to be great. It rounds out our programming so well for this year. And Carol, you're like one of our success stories. We lured you in as a speaker one time, and then we're like, how about becoming a member? Wouldn't that be fun? So we're so glad that you took those steps, and you did mention qualifications. So I just wanted to mention at the end here that Novelist Inc. is the premier organization for professional novelists. You do have to be published to join. You have to have at least 2 books. You need to meet a certain royalty threshold. If authors who are not NINC members are interested in joining, you can go to NINC.com, NINC.com, and check out the membership application, see if you qualify. We'd love to have you join us. We'd love to have you join us at the conference in September. We are in September every year for the foreseeable future. We are in St. Pete Beach, Florida at the Tradewinds Island Grand Resort. It's gorgeous. It's part of how we lure people like Carol in for the first time. Like, authors are amazing. Look at this beautiful beach. Don't you want to come hang out with us? And then, it only takes one time, and we're generally able to convince people that it's a pretty good event. This year we are this says the 18th. Are we the September? Yeah, September 17th through the 20th, 2025. And let's see, I gave the website. I'm Mel Jolly. This is Todrick Candle. Introduction for the end, because we are the least important people on the call, and we are the directors of the conference. If you have any questions at all, you can reach out, conference@ninc.com. And Carol, we appreciate you. We appreciate your time today, and we can't wait to see you at the beach.
I will give one more plug, because one of the wonderful benefits of being a NINC member is the newsletter, which is also
Oh,
called NINC,
yeah.
NINK. And there's some amazing pieces in there, and we really share, everybody's so generous sharing their knowledge. And this year I was able to do a series on book cover design for NINC. In fact, it's a 3-part series. And that's another way, if people are interested in reading those and then meeting me at the conference and discussing book cover design and, how to put those concepts to practice. That's also a great way to use our time together.
Yes, that's awesome. I'm glad you added that.
Yeah.
Well, we won't keep you any longer, Carol. Thank you so much for your time today, and we'll see you soon.
We'll
Can't
see
wait
you
to
at
see
the
you in
beach.
person.
Sounds great.
Care. Bye.
Bye.
Okay.